Oh, YouTube fans, here again. And after in the 80s marathon, why not this one from 1984? Give you a two. I'd be back. That's right, the man himself, the Exterminator, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Remember doing this one before, and it just bought me a finger. Now, at the time, well, influenced me, I should say, Runaway. Now, at the time, Runaway come out, and it wasn't successful. And the reason why was because of this film. Now, this film was inspired by a lot of films, and one of the films it was inspired by was The Exterminator. And it always got in trouble this for copyright, because if it was around in the 50s and 60s, you might remember the classic sci-fi TV series called The Outer Limits. That's right, The Outer Limits. It was kind of fun. It's not like the Twilight Zone, a lot of films influence this, but there was an episode in The Outer Limits where it's to do with a die in the future, going after another die in the future. And have you ever seen the episode of The Outer Limits? If you know which one I'm on about, you know what I'm on about. So it inspired that. It inspired a lot of things like Westworld and so on. So it starts off, it's in the future, it's in war, you've got laser ships and all that. I love the fact they used a bit of stop motion in it and all, which I thought was pretty good. And David Chamlin decided to go for this film. Now, at the time, David Chamlin in the early 80s was doing a lot of set pieces. He worked on the set of the classic sci-fi horror movie, Tragedy of Terror. And he worked on a lot of set. This was like his big break to direct a sci-fi film. So like I say, it starts off in the future, and then you got that J opening, do do do. Do 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 do. I'm not going to do the rest. I'll kill it. But yeah, it gets that, and then that's when you see Arnie. He comes down. You've got lightning coming down, and then you've got a very long Bill Paxton. May he rest in peace, playing a punk. You do. I remember the version I've got where you do see Arnie's dinky danger hanging down. He's in the nud. I know over the years they've darkened it, but now, thanks to the technology, you can actually see Arnie's dingling. Not a lot for me to get excited about for women like Arnie in the day when he had his apps. That's something for you to get excited about, all you ladies out there. But yeah, you got Arnie walking around in his birthday suit, and these punks are giving him shit. They're taking him mick because he's in the nud. And he says that line, "Your toes, give them to me. Now," Bill Paxton. "Fuck you, arsehole," big knife. And he just pulls him out, gets a die, whams his hand right through his ducts, rips his ducts out, rips his heart out, blood everywhere. Oh, it's just great, I love it. And that's what I love about The Exterminator. When I first saw this, it's a sci-fi horror movie. It isn't just an action film, it isn't just a shoot 'em up, blood and guts action film. It is actually a sci-fi action mixed with horror. And the others, Arnie. Arnie to me is like a Freddy Krueger, he's like a Michael Mathers, he's all that rolled into one. It's only over the years when they had all the sequels, he hadn't been funny, he had been sunglasses that look like stars, he's in a stick bar, talk to the hand and all that crap. It sort of killed it in my eyes. In this is how I liked The Exterminator. It was dark, it was abysmal, it was futuristic when it wanted to be, and that's what I love about it. And there's no else I love. You get Sean Bean. Sean Bean comes down and all the lightning slams him down. He's also in the nud. And when I first saw this, right, and I'm not talking here, when I first saw this, I just thought Arnie was like a slasher. About it, he's like a slasher, going around killing all these women, go Sarah Connor. Like the date scene when he knocks on the door, woman opens the door, big mistake. "Who are you?" "Is your name Sarah Connor?" "Yes." Boom! He just doesn't fuck about. He passes that door open, shoots her like 3 or 4 more times. You got that here, she falls down. You don't see it, but definitely you see him going down. Totally massacres her. And I do know there was actually a deleted scene there where he walks off and he dives off. Don't know why it was deleted, but for some reason it was deleted. And I do know on TV it was cut to big in pieces by the typical censorship. I have to say now, you can see it in its time. It was pretty violent film for its time. And when you think about it, The Exterminator it was ultra violent, but wasn't. I'm going to go over the top and say, oh, it's ultra bloodthirsty and all this. It ain't. You do get Sarah Connor in it, well-known actress, and you know what I mean? It's just natural. It's not looking like a frigging Hollywood movie star. And you think, why is he killing these women? Goes Sarah Connor. Why the hell is he killing these women? Goes Sarah Connor. And there's a bit of history in the film. Originally, Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to be the protector. He was going to play the character who Sean Bean was going to play, called John Connor. He originally was going to play. Well, John Connor is the reason for the story. I'm going all over the place here. He's a character called Reese. Duh. So Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to play Reese's character, but then Arnie read the lines. He liked the idea of this exterminator, and he wanted to do that role instead. Bit of history, you know what I mean? And so there's a bit in the nightclub. He's shooting all these women. He's shooting everybody who gets in the way. Down to get at the Sarah Connor. He gets shot up by Sean Beam. About the time I'm going past a bit there. He gets shot up by Sean Beam, I meant to say, as Reese, and then he gets back up, and you think, whoa, he's just been shot loads of times. Why the hell has Arnie got back up? And then that's when you see that infrared laser, and you get the idea that Arnie is not a human. I swear, when you first saw the Exterminator, before they made all these sequels, I swear, you would have saw it for the first time, you'd have felt that Arnie was like some slasher, killing women, left, right, and centre, killing anyone that gets in his way for no reason. It's only when you get halfway through the film, you get shot up, you see that laser, and you see the PV shot, you get the idea that it's Arnie. That's when you realise he's not a human, which I imagine was a sucker in its day. But then you got to see where he says you can't bargain with him, you can't reason with him. He'll kill you. It shows no mercy. I love that. I mean, there's a bit where Arnie kills Sarah Connor's mate before the nightclub scene. It looks a bit like a dirt out of a freaking porno, you know, me, to be honest. Like something out of an 80s porno. I know it's the fast and the fizzy hair and all that. But seriously, she's always got headphones. Even when she's doing it, she's got bloody headphones on. I remember on the uncut one, she gets shot a lot of times. So it definitely doesn't piss about in the violence department. So there's a bit where they're in the police station. They think Reese is the nutter and he isn't. We all know it. And he goes in that police station. It's beautiful. He's just mowing all the cops left, right, and centre. Doesn't give a shit. Don't forget, he's a cyborg. Stin like a human, but you take away the stin, he's a cyborg, which of course was influenced by the Exterminator. I mean, it was influenced by Westworld. When you think about it, it was influenced by Westworld, and that's what I love about the Exterminator. Doesn't show no remorse there. You can't reason with him. Doesn't show no remorse. He'll just kill you. No asking about, and I love it. I love the bit where he pulls his eyeball out. Yeah, I know the effect now is dated. You can see a puppet head moving about when Arnie pulls his eyeball out. It's a bit chinky, it winks here and there like that, and I'm doing it on purpose. But I'd choose that over CGR any day. I'd choose that over CGR any day of the week. So they're on the run, Reese and Sarah Connor. You got the reason why he was trying to kill them. If you've ever seen the Exterminator, you know why. She's going to have a baby called John Connor. He's going to end the war, and they don't want it to end the war. So these cyborgs want to kill the woman called Sarah Connor. What always got me, if it's from the future, would it not have had a chip in it? We would have had Sarah Connor's face, but apparently he didn't have the face, so he's just killing any woman called Sarah Connor, right? So there's a date scene where he's chasing them with a truck, and Reese thinks he'll outsmart it with a bomb. He gets up, you see again beautiful stop motion on this CGI rubbish of a skeleton cyborg chasing them. Epic scene where Reese sadly sacrificed himself for nothing when you think about it, because the cyborg is still chasing Sarah. She crosses it, it's epic. Love that scene. You're exterminated, fucker. Crosses it, beautiful. Dives off in the sunset, happy ending. I know there's a lot of deleted scenes in the day, which is the same, we'll never get to see them. There's a lot of really good deleted scenes. There's a bit of a Sean Beam, he's crying, he shows a bit of emotion. Sadly again, deleted out. You can now see it in its chat. When it first come on TV, it was ultra-firing, and it even warned people over it. But let's not forget the iconic scene. The scene where he fully mows everybody in the police station. Why not? Goes in, cop says, I'm standing to be Sarah Connor's mate. I come to see Sarah Connor. Where is she? She's doing a statement. Okay, I'll be back. Everyone remembers that, and it's made Arnie a well-known line. I mean, you use that line in a lot of films. You even use it in the sequel in the early 90s. And I love it. That is the Exterminator. back in 1984, so we had a bit of technical fault there. I think even my family's getting overexcited over The Exterminator. Smash film in 1984, launched on his name, even though he was known for doing the Job the Barbarian films. And the rest is history. Made a lot of sequels, some I don't think was needed. The second one I love, but the rest, meh. But the original, in my eyes, is a classic. That's The Exterminator. And I'll be back to talk about more politics, more movies, and more reviews. Until then, be smart, be safe, and I'll be back.